I don't know why.
The matchmaking thing, like I think, kind of killed. Uh, like
But I think they revived it already, right? I mean, they are updating it now.
they did one update after like what 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, but at least it's a good sign, that Valve still working on it.
It's Valve. Valve doesn't give a shit about TF2.
Hi Z.
I don't know, like keeps the weird spot where I think it's fun to come back, lah, but like it's a game that's just Magic not there already. I find.
But I think there's still community servers. What? Like if you don't want to play matchmaking, it's fine. But the matchmaking, the
Yo,
community is still quite okay.
you guys talking
Yeah.
about Overwatch or CS?
Yeah.
Team Fortress.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Team Fortress still
I don't
going
know.
strong, right?
That is a game I've not heard of for a very long time.
I want
Hello,
to like make a
everyone.
story on it because of how legendary the community is.
Welcome to the
It's like
stream.
Legendary.
We started scuffing late because my PC decides to do a restart. That'll be okay.
But it's like a game done right, with the community and stuff.
It doesn't deserve
That's
it.
how a
Don't
game
feel-
lasts,
no,
at
it
least to
doesn't deserve
me.
it. Doesn't
Yeah, if the
deserve it.
community keeps it going, you'll
fun.
last.
It was a fun game for a while.
I think
Man, I used to
Hello,
play it every
Kujan.
night
this is when did
when
they
I was
ruin.
younger.
Yeah, I was
Automate.
I used to play in pugs or whatnot, like playing in like clan matches and shit. Asia Fortress stuff, but like the game's
10
not
years,
really fun anymore.
10
Years
years
apart.
is 10. I mean, okay,
10 years
maybe not
old,
10
dude.
years.
Hello,
It's
Blaster.
nearly 15 or 16.
Yeah.
2007.
Yeah, we're
Honestly,
telling
it's such
some
a
horror
legendary game.
stories.
No,
While
no,
my
I
background
don't
looks
think
like
CS
a
is
very
legendary.
fancy, pretty background. So
Yes.
are you?
CS is legendary.
Thinking how to fix
I
that.
hear.
CS is CS and Team Fortress have earned their spots as legendary games.
It's okay, guys.
True.
Comfy horror, yes. Comfy horror. All good, all good. Okay, guys,
So,
let's
It has a
start.
reputation
Ah,
like that.
Minasan!
For me, the reputation for TF2 is mainly
I'll
from
mute
the
you.
community.
Do you actually play TF2 though?
Come, let's go, guys.
Yay.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
derailed the conversation for
Yeah.
too long.
No, don't worry about it. So anyway, we have a few people in the stream today. So we will just start from, I guess, the top on our list. So Fiona, you can introduce yourself and you can also share your story.
Oh, sorry, right after introduction?
Yeah, but before that,
Okay.
let me just tell everyone real quick, okay? Don't dox yourself, don't tell things you're not supposed to tell, and yeah, stay comfy. Thank you.
Okay, konnichiwa minasan. I am Setsuki Fiona, and you can call me Fiona, and I'll be sharing my story. It's my personal story, and it's a real story. So I hope you will enjoy my story. So here I go. When I was young, my dad rented a chalet and invited my other family members, like my cousins and their parents. And the chalet is, of course, located at Changi Village. Everyone
had
knows
to be
about
Changi.
Village, right? I myself heard lots of stories about Changi. But then, because I was with a big group, so I wasn't scared of anything. Yeah. So everything was fine, and at night when everyone went up to second level to sleep, to rest, right? Whatever. And then me and my two other cousins, we wanted to watch a movie. So we went down to the living room to watch the movie. But however, I'm not sure if it's because like it was a faulty disc or whatever, but the movie couldn't play properly. And it just shows like static noises on the TV and stuff. And so we were trying to fix it, right? Because we really wanted to watch the movie. And then we heard the washroom door at level 1. The door just closed on its own, and we just thought like it was the wind. We didn't really think much. And then 1 minute later, when we were still trying to fix the movie, the same washroom door opened and closed on its own again.
Oh my god.
So this time, me and my cousins, we were all starting to get a bit scared. And so like me and one of the cousins, we say that like we want to go up and sleep. And then but the other cousin, the third one, I don't know why, but she says she want to stay at level 1 longer. So we were like, huh? Really? Are you sure? And then suddenly the door went like bang, and then followed by a mop dropping on the floor. And then this time, all three of us decided to go up together, and we kind of like ran up to second level to sleep. So, just when I thought all this were over, right, in the middle of the night, when I was sleeping, I heard footsteps walking around outside our room.
Oh,
It wasn't
shit.
going up and down the stairs. It was literally just outside
Oh
the
my
door.
god.
And then at the time, I thought it was just the adults walking around. But then, like slowly when I got older, and then I think back, I think like it was like 4 a.m. and 2 a.m. The second level didn't really have that much space to walk around. So I really don't know who walked around that much. Until now, I still think a lot about that. Like I still don't know who was the one walking around. Yeah. So the most scary part was actually the third bang sound from the door. Yeah. That's all.
I think
That's all
Changi,
my
right?
story.
Changi itself is scary, man. Like
Yep.
I've
Yep.
heard so much
Changi
from
Beach
my
is, like,
friends on the
dirty,
chalet,
bro. I
but
swear to God.
Yeah.
it's just like
really-
sway. Like if you just sway and then you kena, then
Yeah, so yeah. I never go to Changi already before.
oh man.
Yeah.
Changi just is how do I explain?
What
It's
makes it
just
so dirty
chalet.
though?
Oh.
Like why
Feels-
why did
feels
why
like
did it
Changi
become
has a
like
few
this?
If you want
places
some
that are a bit-
history, right? Changi has
I
one
think
of the
Because
most.
last time they had the prisoners of war all kept there.
Yeah, the whole Japanese
Right?
thing.
Yeah, there was some
Mm.
waterfall like fights, like during the war there, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Wasn't it used for a prisoner thing
Yeah.
at the
Yeah,
Changi
it was
hospital?
it was a POI camp, right?
No, they had
Yeah, I
jail,
think so.
right?
It was a
POW camp. I think.
POW camp.
That's
and then-
also
Yeah, yeah.
Changi Beach, right? They went for the Suqing area there also, right?
Yeah.
At the beach, the
Think so.
Mexican
Oh, I think
beach.
where they treated POWs, wasn't it? And then
Mm.
there was like stories of people being
Yeah.
mistreated at the hospital or
Mm.
something like that.
I think so.
I don't
think
know
it was
about
something like
y'all,
that.
but like Chinese law is like, oh, when it's 7 months, you cannot go swimming, especially at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
beaches
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Chinese have a lot of rules.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We're the most scared to die, I guess.
I
I-
know.
I mean,
I feel like
yeah.
I've broken at least half of those rules.
See, anything bad happen to you though?
Yeah.
Chinese have a lot of random superstitions.
It's
But
like
Changi-
which rules are even the real rules at this point? Like, can I really not point at trees in the middle of the night?
Oh, actually,
Is something
Yeah.
really
Mm.
going to
I
happen?
just-
Speaking
Pointed,
of
no,
that,
I don't really
sneaky sushi.
okay. So actually, that's okay. My cat has that rule also last time at Scout, but the actual reason was because they don't want you to scare the like birds or something living in the trees.
That's pretty. That's
Okay.
quite logical as well.
Yeah, that's an actual like IRL thing.
Yeah,
It
my,
was like,
my bird gets
don't-
scared when you're on the light, so I guess it makes sense.
When I was young, I was like, my family was like, don't be under a heavy bunch of trees after sundown.
Heavy
Ah.
And
Oh
then
yeah.
it's a
Oh
thing
wait,
in
remember the
it's a
thing?
thing in
Remember
all-
remember the thing where you were a kid and you would like bend over and like look through your
Oh my
legs?
god!
Oh,
Yeah, and then
yeah.
and then if your parents catch you doing that, you're
You're
they're just like,
dead, eh?
no,
Mm.
no, don't do that.
That's the one where you cannot like stick your chopsticks in the rice as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that one makes sense because
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
it's
That
like
one
an
is the
offering.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Offering,
Mm-hmm.
the
That
one-
one's
No,
more
I
like
think-
religious
I
stuff.
think
than
that one
superstitious
is
stuff.
to like more signify
Yeah, yeah.
like
Isn't that- that-
you're
that's what makes-
cursing them to die. Something
Mm.
like
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
talking about
no-
Fiona's story, right, about the
Mm.
chalet thing, right? Like
Mm.
for me personally, I never encountered at the chalet, but I have heard of my friends that their friend like got something bad happen to them. Like they started acting very weird.
Yeah, I actually had a friend. You guys know about the superstition whereby you need to knock 3 times before you go into a hotel room.
I
or
still do
something?
that when I
yeah,
travel
yeah,
for
Right,
work.
right,
I
same.
cannot.
Yeah.
So I had a
I do
friend.
that
I had
fine,
one
yeah.
friend. She was young, so she joked about that thing before they knocked, and then that same trip she got possessed.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah,
Should I guess?
yeah.
wait,
I
how do
didn't
you
know
even
that.
know that they're possessed? Like
No,
how
she didn't
weird
know.
these
She didn't
people.
know. Her friends
They
told her
just
like she
started
was
acting differently
being
and shit.
weird. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
very weird.
They normally will suddenly like the one that my friend told me is that her friend at that chalet, right, started looking in one direction non-stop. Then afterwards, right, she started like bending down. and then she did a lot of weird like movement, but not like the zombie kind of movement, just like very weird movement.
Okay.
The kind that makes you think like if a
Blah, blah.
person is sick or what. So eventually that person like started throwing up a lot, and
Oh,
then they had
okay.
to call in the adults lah.
Oh.
It wasn't like a bad barbecue, guys. It's just like legit. It's just that person something went wrong with her.
Yeah, same like my
Food
friend.
poisoning?
She, like her
It's
friends told her
either
like
it's
she was
either
Food poisoning,
possession or
maybe.
it's either
It's either
possession
possession
or raw
like
chicken.
really
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
food
yeah,
poisoning.
yeah.
Raw
Fair.
chicken. Salmonella, bro.
I mean, I can't trust some of my friends cooking and barbecue, so I don't know,
True.
Yeah,
man.
barbecue needs to be careful.
Yeah. Honestly, it's safer to in barbecue overcook the food than to.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Why is my
yeah.
beef so crispy? Oh, just in case.
just in case.
just in case, you know.
Would you rather burn meat or the meat so raw you get possessed by a ghost, bro?
Okay,
Gossip
okay.
you want.
Honestly,
the
I'm.
meat, the
Oh,
chicken
man.
is so raw, the ghost of the chicken possesses you.
The spirit of the hen is
You get
back.
possessed by a
It's
chicken.
true, yeah. Chicken's like, what's
Oh
wrong
my
with you?
gosh.
They can be
Well,
like, I died for this.
Why would
Chicken
you
like,
eat me,
come
bro?
on, at least cook me properly.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
My sacrifice was in vain.
Okay, but in all seriousness, like,
Uh.
okay, Changi Chalet is notorious. Like, I don't know
Oh,
any
yeah,
other
yeah.
chalet that encounter the same level of stories from Changi Chalet. Last time Aloha lah, I guess, but now not much people go Aloha anyway.
The National Service Camp chalets are very notorious.
My
The Ferry
God.
Point one,
Yeah.
right? There's one place like a very big one.
I don't know which one I went, but it was the NS chalet. So yeah.
That one,
Mm.
like, I swear people doing fuck shit in those places, man.
Oh yeah, speaking of chalet, I recently went to a chalet. This nothing really happened now, but there was a fingerprint. There was like a handprint on the window.
Did you put it as evidence in Phasmo?
Oh my god, oh my god.
Fingerprints.
Fingerprints.
Fingerprints,
I swear,
guys.
Phasmo has ruined me.
Oh yeah. Not only handprint, like handprint and like a long strand of hair.
Oh my god.
Fast more,
Guys,
fast more.
guys, check out your
Fast move,
Facebook
fast move,
handbook
fast
See the
now.
hand, you see the hair, you gotta dip up, bro.
Was it freezing? Was it freezing?
Is it freezing?
Well, the AC was on, so you can't really tell.
That's true.
Anyway, Lottie, I think I have to make a move now.
No, don't worry. Thanks for coming by to share your story, though.
Yeah,
Good luck
thank
for
you
your
having
stream.
me. Thank you.
Good luck with your stream.
Good luck with
Bye.
your stream.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy the stream.
What a good way to start with a good old Shelly story. Oh my god.
I feel like a lot
Everywhere.
of people have had like chalet experiences.
I have.
I don't
Mine
know,
is
it's
not
so
really
weird.
chalet though. Mine is okay. It looks like a chalet, but it's like a double story kind of but mine is overseas lah, not in Singapore
Oh.
based.
Overseas.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's even
Ooh.
creepier.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
overseas
share with you
ones are
that one
worse, not gonna
also.
lie.
But we can go to the next person first. So who wants to
Yeah,
be the
who wants to
next
share
one?
next?
Yeah.
Creepy on.
Pyong want to share? Go. Okay, but if I'm not wrong, Pyong just wants to look and listen. He just came in here that the Among Us
Just want to listen to
music.
it, you know. Yeah, I heard the Among Us music. I was like, who
Best
is
time
that?
also.
Perfect timing too.
I guess the horror story for Pyong is opening your CS:GO cases and nothing good
Oh my
comes out.
god.
I guess
This?
it's like, oh
10
my god.
bucks.
My horror story, losing the 50-50 in Genshin.
Oh,
my god.
Maybe we can go to G. G, you there?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
I don't really have horror stories. I feel like I generally avoid a lot of weird shit. For some reason, I don't know. Is it just because I have positive energy or something like that? Like, I think like half of the superstition stuff I've at least done. Like I've pointed at trees, stared at trees, sang songs, whistled in the middle of the night. I don't
Cut
know
your
which
nails at
of them.
night.
I've cut my nails at night.
Oh my god.
Like what's wrong with cutting your nails at night? What would the ghost steal my nail clippings?
Actually, I do
I
cut
don't
my
know,
nails
bro.
at night.
Like,
Yeah,
So I
same.
think it's fine. Okay, honestly, superstition, right? Some superstitions is because the elders, right? Back then there isn't like for example the nail cutting one, right? Back then there wasn't
not
much
good
light.
lighting,
Yeah, so you will cut
so it's like
yourself.
you will accidentally cut yourself or some shit.
Correct.
true. Yeah, so
Yeah.
gotta pass that on to haunt the new generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it is just like over exaggeration of this normal stuff lah.
Yeah.
I do knock on
Actually,
the hotel 3 times though, but like I really don't remember where I learned that from.
Online.
I'm gonna be
Online?
honest. My family never did that, even when we went overseas and stuff.
Nah, neither do I. It's just so.
We bring
Yeah.
Don't really
salt
wait.
for
Yeah, I
the
just kick the
new
door
house
down,
that
but
we're
like,
living
what's
in.
up,
Kick the
ghost?
door down. What's up?
Wait, do you legit
bitches?
bring salt?
Bring
You
salt.
legit-
It's when you enter a new house,
You don't
like
need to
when
bring
you're
salt.
renting or
kill
living in
apple
a
in
new
front.
house.
Oh, that one
Just
is
bring
a fucking
dangerous,
famous
man,
amount of
Yogi.
valor,
I
you
don't
can have salt.
recommend.
Wait, is that a thing? You have to bring salt to a new house? I thought you just had to roll in a pineapple or something.
Oh, let's you have to roll in the pineapple for
Wait,
luck, right?
what?
Do you want to know
Yeah,
the
pineapple
full
is
story of why the pineapple in your roll?
To ward the.
Oh, okay.
We just
Right.
bring a bit of
Yeah,
salt
because
and
you actually
a
use
candle.
it to check for leveling of the floor.
Oh,
Leveling.
wow. That.
Yeah.
pineapple?
So if the pineapple rolls around, that means the
I
floor
can
is not
tell
level.
you about that, Yogi.
Oh,
Oh.
the pineapple is like very.
Yeah, because
jagged.
it's
Well,
round. And also,
if
yeah, because
we,
Chinese, you know, online. Money
Oh
come.
yeah, 对对对对。
Ah.
对。And then there's also the other thing where it's like don't sweep your house during.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, during
That one
Chinese
just
New
like
Year.
don't sweep the luck away.
That's
Bring
more
it
of like
something.
a New Year thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those people Chinese New Year, right? Or something.
Mm,
Chinese
Chinese
New
New
Year,
Year
right?
has a few
Ah.
things.
Then there was
Looks like-
one where it's like
Eh,
you can't sweep like
telling
other
s-
people late.
Local
or
ghost
something like that.
stories.
Yeah,
Yogi.
It's the same, yeah.
Hello,
Don't sweep their legs,
Funkatsu.
don't sweep your floor. Don't use scissors as well?
I think
can't
some of
remember.
the traditions don't really pass down much these days, but there are some that still actively pass down though.
Oh yeah.
Like the knocking 3 times the door when the hotel always pass down one.
That one you start
Normally
doing
Might as
lah.
for
well.
sure.
Might as
like
well,
yeah,
right?
normally they just pass it down. I mean, might as well also lah. Because imagine if there's like actual people inside and they don't know.
Hmm.
Like you have the wrong room or something.
Oh yeah, then there's one for the hotel is where you have to roll like a bottle underneath the bed and see whether it rolls out to the other side.
Oh, I don't do that. That
Oh.
sounds creepy.
Like, what happens if it doesn't roll out? Then you have to check.
Yeah.
You have to look.
Why
down
would
and
I check at the what if there's a person under
if
drinking?
it doesn't roll out, I'm just
He
running out
can
of the room.
he
bro.
can have the bottle for all I care.
Yeah,
What?
you take my wine, take my bottle. It's what you
If it doesn't roll out, I'm running out of the freaking
But I
room.
guess it's just more
Maybe-
for those like unsafe hotels.
Yeah,
Like those
Yeah,
notorious
yeah.
unsafe
Those
hotel.
like if like in a really ulu place, just throw it out.
We mean it's okay. I have friends also like Beyond is doesn't really get affected by supernatural stuff.
Ghosts hate me.
Interesting. Okay.
Don't worry, bro. They probably hate me too. No clue.
Ghost hate me.
That's a very
Uh,
interesting statement.
That's really sad.
Why? I would rather
This is
ghosts hate
really
me than
sad.
ghosts like me.
Yeah, that's true though. I would rather
True.
ghosts hate me too.
True, not wrong.
But if ghosts hate
No.
you,
But the
it
thing
does
is, if
mean
they
that
hate
you're-
you, then they end up doing stuff to you. So
Yeah, okay. I want to not be perceived by ghosts.
yes.
Don't hate
I
me,
think
don't
that's the
like
best way to
me,
put it.
Look at
don't
me,
love
don't
me,
be
I
the
don't
best.
I don't know,
exist.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather be perceived by ghosts than perceived by demon, bro. At least
I
if
mean,
it's
that's
not
true lah.
malicious, but if it's a malicious energy, that's bad.
True.
You're the
against
hunt
the video.
saddle.
True.
I can say from my experience, right? I come from a school that likes to play a lot of games.
Oh
Games
my
that
God,
don't
school stories.
so for my side,
Ouija board?
I would say that Ouija, yes, played before. So like there are a few
Yes.
things that I've tried and they are quite interesting. But I'm trying to think of which one to say. So let's move on to the next person first.
Dota.
Alright, I actually have a lot. One is in my school. So at the end
Oh,
of P6, we
school.
were really bored because this is like after PSLE already, so we had nothing to do. Me and my friends decided to stay back at the school, like basically sneak back in the school. Not really sneak back lah, but like stay when we're not supposed to. And then we fucking played a Ouija board at I think like 7.
Ouija
Yeah,
board?
yeah.
Yeah, we-
board.
Oh.
Not a really
Spirit of the coin, right? The
not
drawn
a
one,
real,
right?
like Ouija board. Yeah, it's the one that we just like the really scuff one that you do yourself.
The scuff one works also, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the one that
really-
we played.
the really scuff one that you do yourself. We ended up doing that. We did that. We did you know the blue baby thing, the one you stare in the mirror.
The apple
I
one?
The one where it's like you stand in the toilet mirror or whatever mirror and just do like the
Oh, and you say a
blue
name three
baby
times, right?
baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
never.
Is it your own name?
It's almost like the bloody
Oh.
it's almost like the Bloody Mary one. It's like
Stop
you
saying
say
the
blue
word.
baby and
Stop
then you
saying
like
the names.
and then you're like swing your hands back and forth.
My brain now just
They're
trying
like
to
you're
convince
carrying
myself,
one.
you know. I'm like trying to convince myself that a screen is not a mirror, and the fact that I can see my VTuber is
Yes, VTuber is IRL face confirmed.
Don't say it 3 times,
Don't
Loki. Don't say it
Don't
3
say it
times.
3 times.
Don't
Just
say it 3 times,
just
no.
just say something else, not the name.
If I say the name, my
But
Oshi will
like,
hear.
if you say that while swinging your hands around, apparently you can like feel it in your hands and then stuff. And then
Feel
it's been so long, so I can't remember exactly what happened. But we did it in a toilet, and then one of us saw like something in one of the stalls, and then the lights turned off, so we all ran out.
Oh my god.
Like immediately after that, lights turned off, so we all literally just ran out.
Basically, it's hunting lah.
But yeah, basically it's hunting. Exactly.
your sanity is below
So
60.
that's the best.
Sanity
That's the
drop.
best way to describe it. It
Oh
started
my God.
hunting for real.
I would say toilets are another one that always quite hotspot. Besides sharing.
Especially in like schools and stuff, there's always like this specific floor the toilet is haunted or whatever. There's
You know,
always
I
stories about that.
never ever believe in the. Okay, I believe in a lot of things, but I never. Whenever I listen
don't
about the
believe in
toilet one,
those
right?
those are just kind of like, oh yeah, these people are bored, so they just want to spread
Scare
random
people,
shit.
right? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what happened was, right, from my side, I actually went for like kind of a camp, you know, like a CCA kind of camp. So this CCA camp was inside one of the polytechnics in Singapore, and it was very late at night that my friend, she wanted to go to the vending machine to get a drink. So me, her, and another friend went to the vending machine, and then that vending machine nearby, right, got a few secluded toilets. So, to be honest, I'm quite easily, I wouldn't say that I see them, but I'm very easily tuned to those things. So what happened was halfway while we were getting a drink and they were talking, right, suddenly their voices, my friends' voices, right, got very soft. Although they're talking at the same volume, right, I felt that I couldn't really hear them anymore. Then I started to hear, right, a singing noise, right, that I couldn't tell what it was singing because it was in another language, from the toilet behind me. And the toilet was pitch black, by the way, so it's like, and the thing is, there's no other CCAs beside our CCA that particular night, so no one else would be singing a creepy ass song like that, right? Inside a toilet. It was coming from inside a toilet. So, and it was getting louder the more my friends were talking. So I had to like tell my friends that we needed to go back. But when they asked why, I just say I need to. I'll tell you next time. So I told them the next morning, like obviously. Yeah.
It always like makes me wonder what kind of ghost would want to haunt a polytechnic or school toilet, man.
I keep
Like,
checking behind me just in case.
Honestly speaking, right,
Just in case, you know.
it's
Just
not.
in case.
I don't think it's like it's not the app. It's not a toilet in particular, right? They're just probably going to like the really dark places, and then they just wait. And unfortunately, our toilets in Singapore turn off light, right, when there's nobody to save electricity.
automatically.
So you know, it's like an easy.
Wait, toilets do
That's
that
true,
now.
that's true.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
It's set. Usually toilets are set on a like timer thing, so
Correct.
you go like and then like sensor.
Like
So
a
you
motion
walk in, the
sensor,
lights
so if
turn
somebody
off.
walks in, it'll switch on, and then
That,
after
no,
like a few
not gonna lie.
minutes, it'll switch
That's
off.
probably what happened in my private school story. But back then we didn't know.
Oh man,
Like we didn't know about it, right?
it's just scary. I mean, that incident was not the scariest one I encountered. That was more of just that I felt threatened, so I had to drag my friends to go.
Oh, a
Understandable.
threatened one that leads to my NS one. That one is, oh my god.
Ooh, all right, time for your story.
And
Because I've
do
got
it.
two. So I've got an NS one and I've got an international one.
Yogi spider sense.
I'll do the NS one
Alrighty.
first. So in the dorms, it's not like the dorms that we had was facing the forest,
My friends.
and it was like it's not a flat wall from one corner to the other corner. So in between the last window is like a support column, like a I don't know, I think I don't know what the word is, but it's like a load bearing column. That's the one. So it's like it has to be there. So it's like maybe 1.5 meters between like the wall and the support column and this like window that's there. So obviously when you like leave or when it's like raining, you close the window. But it's that every single person that goes to close the window has this feeling of like existential dread
Oh.
We
like
go by the window, right?
flow right through them. And
Damn.
everyone's like they were all we did like a test, right? They said let's do a test. Raptor's like the most happy-go-lucky guy. You know, he's always smiling, he's always
Oh my
happy,
god,
he's always
he's
like laughing and joyful. So okay, Raptor, why don't you close the window and we see how you feel afterwards? I gripped the handle for the window and I pulled like the window shut. I didn't even latch it. I couldn't even latch it. I just stood there and it felt like I was frozen in place for a few minutes. It felt like I was frozen there forever. And I was like, I broke down. And then I ran out of like the door and everyone's like, dude, are you okay? What's wrong? I said, did you guys, how long was I standing? They said, they saw me hold on to the latch and immediately break down crying.
ah.
Damn.
Wow,
Oh
fuck.
my
Wait,
god.
so for you, it felt like a while, but it was really just.
For everybody, they don't want to be there. Everybody wants to run out. So you asked one of the guys. He was studying to be like a religious leader, a priest or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, okay, we switch beds with like somebody else. So he will sleep there, and then he will pray every night for us
Oh shit.
to keep us like safe and all that stuff. Then after that, there was not really many things that happened to us after that. Before then, there were a lot of things that happened to us. But then when he started sleeping there, the all the stuff essentially calmed down. And
Okay.
then my international was when what happened was that my somebody in my family had passed away a year before this happened. So what happened was that it was a study break and I had no exams. So I was lucky I had no exams. I was at home playing games. And I was home alone. And then all of a sudden there was this wind, this gust of wind. But the thing is that the houses where I was living in, if the gust of wind blows, you feel it in the walls because it's not brick. So you feel it in the walls. But then this was a different breeze. This was like I could tell the fences were moving because of how quote unquote strong the breeze was. But then the walls were not shaking because you can tell by the windows as well. The windows would rattle if it was very windy, but there was nothing. So it felt as if like a wind was blowing through the house, but nothing was happening. Then I had a
Mm.
crash. So I was like, what fell down? Something confirmed fell down. It was glass. I knew it was glass. So I was like looking around. Then down this long corridor, we had all these picture frames. Then I went down. Right at the end of this was the picture frame of the relative that passed away.
Jesus.
Oh my
And I was like,
god.
okay, this must be like a random accident, right? I checked the nail. Nothing was wrong with the nail. I checked the frame, like the holder and all that stuff. Nothing was wrong with it. It it looked as if someone had just lifted the frame up and then just dropped it, right? And then there was a huge crack right where because of the fact it was a like a small family photo. It wasn't like a huge family, but it was like a few members in the photo. But the crack of the glass was on the family member. So my parent came back, and I just told them like, "Oh, the picture frame fell. I don't know why." Then my parent was like, "Oh, I think I know why, because the grandparents' favorite song while I was driving came onto the radio as a request by a listener."
Aw.
And then the both of us were like, "What?" And then we checked the calendar. It was 1 year since that person had passed. Then we said, "Oh, this must be a sign that they're watching over us."
They didn't need to scare you like that though.
But it's like it was like
We do a little trolling.
The thing is that
we do a little bit of trolling here.
Just a
we were
prank,
like,
bro. It's just
we
a
were like,
prank.
oh, I wasn't like scared. I was more like, oh, like a jump. And then after a while, we kind of like understood that, oh, it was their way of like saying that they're here, that they're with us, that will always be protecting us. And we're like, oh, okay, that's so nice.
Yeah,
Then we
that's
fixed the frame, then we got a new frame, and then it was the picture actually got nicer when we changed the frame. So
Oh.
maybe it was like a sign to like, hey, change the glass of the frame to
Maybe
make it
they're
look
just
nice.
telling you like, hey, these are not nice enough. Please change.
You want them to write on the walls, is it? Not nice, change. But it was like it was quite nice to have that moment because then you're just like, oh, thanks for letting me know.
True.
I kind of experienced something like that. But this was so my one of my relatives. This was. They were. It was a day where like they were gonna pass last in the hospital. You know.
mm-hmm.
That's the time soon lah. And she basically we took off life support lah, and we started with best because she basically was like she was basically on tubes lah, and the family set aside that it might be best for us to release it to see if she stays, she stays. If she goes. And we remember then, like, shit. The heart rate was like going up and up and up and down, but it was like that. And then my mom put their necklace, like, onto the IV stand. And when that happened, slowly their heart rate, went down and they passed. But this is what we heard. When our family got together during the wake, we heard a story that. So I have relatives all over the place. So some of them flew back in from Australia, some in the UK. All of them had reported smelling my relative's perfume at the very time she passed. They apparently they had this like feeling. Some of them didn't hear the news. Some of them they didn't. I don't know about the news or didn't reach them yet. It's like late early morning, late night, that kind of thing. But every single one of them had mentioned that they had smelled a very particular perfume she uses at the very time she passed. Like coincidentally, everybody had smelled it. At first, it was just like my helper at home who said that she smelled it, but then one of my relatives over in the UK had smelled it. My other immediate family in Australia also smelled it. Yeah, just
Oh shit.
concurrently at once. So it's still stick to me to say. It's like I don't know if it's because it's a very particular like smell.
It probably was seeing you guys for like the last time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very
Yes,
sweet
yes.
actually though. Like she
Yeah.
went around and you guys actually felt her
Yeah, that's
presence.
honestly pretty sweet
Not
though.
everybody was at the exact same time, man. So, like some people was just like 3-4 a.m. all the way in that time when they smelled it too. It's
Yeah, it's probably like a final goodbye.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
At least she got the chance to say that, Like
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but my family is very particular. Like when a relative or whoever passed away, right? Then don't know how many days after we would like some special insect will appear in our house. And
Special
Really?
insect.
Insect?
Really?
like a insect that never fly, like a very big moth or like this super big like grasshopper or something like that, just out of nowhere, right? It will just appear and it will just stare at all of us, and we don't do anything to it because we believe that it's like the people that return for a while just to say
Yeah,
goodbye.
the people that.
Oh.
Oh.
No, this is the first time I'm hearing about that.
Yeah, if you kill it, it's like killing your ancestors.
Yeah. That's why like my parents told me that just don't
Leave
kill.
it, just leave
don't
it.
kill,
yeah.
but yeah.
It will disappear on its own, by the way. Like you don't even need to show it out. It just
Yeah,
disappear.
it will eventually just
Yeah.
disappear.
Uh, I have a unsettling story that I experienced when I was super young. My grandpa passed away, right? But at that time I was like super young. I didn't know what death was. Uh, so what happened was for Chinese when they bring you to the cemetery, right? Then you have to like see the, how do I put it?
It's the
You
one.
see, no, you see like the headstone. Yeah, they put the coffin down into the grave, right? So on that day itself, I actually fainted like at the cemetery.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh my.
my parents claim like it's because I don't have enough sleep, but to me it's like, look, if I don't have enough sleep, right, then why would I like just faint at the cemetery and not like anywhere else? And I feel I like before I even went to the cemetery, I felt good like I was awake and stuff like that.
Mm.
So yeah, to this day, like I told people this already. They are like, oh, something supernatural might have happened to you or something. I don't understand it.
But if you're very young, sometimes cemeteries they contain a lot of energy lah. Like for
Mm.
Yeah.
myself, right? Cause I get very very easily affected, right? When I go into such places, right, you would think you will feel a sense of dread, but actually it's very peaceful. But it's just an overwhelming sense of peaceful.
Yeah,
It takes a like it's like it just shut off all your
like
emotions
you
when you go
don't
in.
quite
Yeah,
have
when
the
you're young, you also don't know how
mental
to
ability
process
to
it.
manage it,
Yeah,
Like,
to
true.
retain it.
It's
So you just kinda,
overly calm to the point where it's kind of eerie.
Yeah, correct. It's very quiet. I don't know if you guys been to Kranji War Memorial area?
yeah.
I
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I
Yeah,
yeah,
I've
did.
been
yeah.
there.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that place, right, is so peaceful. And it's so surreal. It's like so peaceful and so quiet sometimes that you feel like you're not like in the world.
I had that feeling when I went to it was like a World War II memorial,
Oh.
Oh,
and they had like it
Ooh.
was a World War II memorial, and then after that we went to see the trenches from World War I, like the World War I trenches and like the underground tunnels and all that. And it was like it was there was this feeling of like horror, but at the sense peace as well. Because like there was one of the places where it had also had the replica. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Replica. Yeah,
yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
replica gas chambers,
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
like the
oh,
Nazi gas
oh, fuck.
chambers. And then they were like, we went inside of it, and it was just you feel like I like told all my schoolmates, and they said they felt the same thing. They felt like there was this energy that it's a bit crowded in here, but it's like they're at peace because now everybody knows about what was happening.
Mm.
And like
It
just
was
exploring like
somewhat
the
like a
memorial and
residual.
all the replica places and all that stuff, it's like it's there's a lot of energy there.
where was this? Like the country?
Europe.
Makes sense.
Mm. So it's more of like like kind of like a residual energy type of
Yeah,
stuff.
but it was like it was both because one of my friends was like she was very into like all this stuff. She was like, oh, it she said it was a residual energy, but it was like a thankful residual energy that people were
It's like they're
understanding
glad
what
people
was
found
going on
out.
and all that stuff.
Mm.
And there was no like malice, and there was no like anger or whatever. There was no negative emotion. It was all like thankfulness and at peace and calmness because there were people there visiting. I guess it's the same feeling of like when you see like an old abandoned grave that like nobody knows who it was, and then you kind of in a way pay respect to it, that you get this feeling of like, oh, I've done something good, but I don't know who this person is.
Mm.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys do that.
Uh, the
Yeah,
old.
that is that feeling of when you see like it's like You have that the inner feeling of like I don't know if it's peace or but like it's like that feeling of calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you see.
I mean, depends on the situation.
But for me, okay, I think all of you like probably have seen this and have this feeling before. But in one of the Singapore like beaches, right, there's this one forest area which you can enter quite easily, and in the middle there's this like open field, but it's like surrounded by trees, like a semicircle kind of thing. And right in the middle of that field, there's a headless statue.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, what?
So as a kid, every time we went to that beach, right, I see that headless statue, right, I just get a feeling of uneasiness.
Wait, which beach is this?
I avoid that area as much as possible. I hate that.
I think
I-
I told
I-
Kota
I-
this story already, but yes, there's
Yeah,
this one statue
recently,
in Singapore.
There's a beach in
And I
Singapore.
think still by now I would not want to see that statue. Let's see if I can find it.
Have you ever like been in just weird like rooms or just like
Like you walk in and you feel something.
you just have
is
feeling
off.
of like yeah.
Oh, that's in my story. That I always encounter
like
that. It's like, okay, let me think. How do I say this? Okay, I'll tell you about the overseas one because I mentioned it earlier. So what happened is I went for an end of year overseas. It's kind of like a resort, but we chose a chalet to stay in. So it's at the beach. It's in Indonesia, Batam. So we booked for like 5 days. It was a very calm and chill trip. And what happened was, the first everybody went to choose their rooms, right? The room that I was left with technically was on the second floor. So I went in with my friend, and I immediately right felt uncomfortable. Like I just felt like, I don't know how to describe. It's not shivers or what. It's just it's like something's not right. But at the same time, I just treated it like maybe the room's furniture placements were like a bit different than usual because they were, yeah, it was a bit weird, but I didn't think too much about it. So I just treat it like, I mean, we are here for 5 days, just make the most of it, you know? So that day was fine. We went to the beach, we took a lot of photos at the beach, and then all of us were having fun. We also had a very good dinner. When we went back, right, the weird thing started the very first night already. So when I was sleeping, right, okay, I have a problem, but I have a problem in my sleep where I'll have very vivid dreams. So these dreams I would say it's like a double-edged sword because sometimes it's nice to have because it makes me like, for instance, right, I once studied in my dream for an exam and I actually passed. So then at the other,
Teach me, bro.
no,
How you
like
do
legit,
that?
I dreamt I was talking to my lecturer, and then I was non-stop asking about the questions, and I remember everything when I woke up. So I went to the exam fully prepared. So then the thing is,
Life hacks.
sometimes it's good, sometimes it's very very bad. Like there were a lot of instances, right, where I dreamt of funerals and I dreamt of people dying, and they really died. So like not immediately, but they died like quite fast, within a few months after my dream. So like when I dream, right, sometimes I will like hint to my friends because I once dreamt of my friend's like his grandmother dying. I don't, where, how can you tell your friend your grandmother's gonna die, right? So I just go like no, I mean legit, how are you supposed to say that, right? So I always go like, how's your grandmother? And they'll be like, oh, she's fine. I say, oh, maybe you should spend more time with her. So I go like a very roundabout way of doing my thing, okay? Then after that a while later they'll be like, oh, my grandma died. Then I'll be like, oh, but then she's like, oh, but you told me to spend more time with her. Then I was like, oh yeah, I did. So yeah, did you? They're like, yeah, I did. But you know, it's like at least 2 times that this happened where after a dream, right, suddenly, right, they just die. So I started really fearing seeing funerals in my dream. Then it got to the point where the one that scared me was the third or fourth dream, because I dreamt of my family crying at a funeral. But means it must be a direct relative, right? But whenever I tried to walk towards the coffin, right, for some reason, right, I cannot move. I couldn't move. I normally can move to see who's in the coffin, basically, but or see their photo at the front. But that particular dream, right, is my family crying. I couldn't see at all. So when I
my
woke up, I
God.
was damn scared. But at the same time, I mean, it's better for me not to know like these kind of things, right? So moving on, that night in the chalet, I had a damn vivid dream. And my dream was I was walking on the same beach I was in the morning and afternoon at the Batam side. And in that dream, right, I was staring into the water, and then there was suddenly there was like a person beside me, and the person just pointed in a very deadpan way towards the water and said, "There's a lot of bodies in the water." Like, it's just one sentence, and I looked to the water, and then I saw a lot of like shadows in the water, and then I woke up. So, of course, I woke up like scared, right? I mean, what kind of dream was that? so what happened was, right, it's not the dream wasn't the scary part. The scary part was the person in the room with me at that time. Because my friend who was in the room is known, right, in our friend group, right, for not having dreams. Never. We known the person for years. The person is notorious for saying like I cannot dream. That night, the person was having a nightmare and was openly voicing out why you keep taking photo at the beach, why you keep taking photo at the beach, why you keep taking
What
photo
the-
at the beach.
Oh.
So,
Say
I
that
tell
in
you,
his sleep.
so what
He was
happened
sleeping in his
was
sleep. Oh my
the person was
God.
just talking in their sleep and non-stop scolding us. And then, so what I did was I tried to wake the person up, and the person grabbed my arm, when they woke up, and then they just went back to sleep. And then when I woke them up again, right, they couldn't remember anything. They don't even remember talking. They don't remember anything.
Wait, what the
It's like wipe. Then I was just like, what the like, literally I was like
Wait, what the
WTF
fuck?
and like, okay. So that's not the worst part. So the worst part is my friend.
Wait, there's more. Oh my
that
God.
whole
more.
no, that whole 5 days was like, okay. We tahan lah. I mean, we paid,
I mean, yeah, no choice.
So what happened was, my friend, or actually you guys probably, some of you might know lah. So Hirata Chu was also there. Hirata Chu was staying on the first floor, and he was alone in the room lah. His room had 2 beds. Sometimes hotels or resorts they give you extra bed, right? Cause
Yeah.
one of
Yeah,
was
double bedroom.
unused, okay? And then what he told us was that at night, right, he had to put earpiece to sleep because he keep hearing things on top. Like basically on top he's one on top is the roof already. So he keep hearing like on something on top of the roof. And then every time he woke up, right, the second bed, right, will be used.
God.
Okay, and there's like dirt or something, but he try not to think about it lah. So so that's not the okay. So for our side, right, we just tahan. Okay, we just legit just tahan. Okay, and then because I mean nothing attacked us or what, right? It was just a bit. I mean, for me, I just slept in a very wary position. I was damn scared. I just make sure I drank a lot. Okay, I just drink the KO.
Drink until you pass
Okay,
out.
let me say my story first, guys. So what happened, right, was the final day because there were a lot of us. Then all of us want to go massage, right? So we had to space out our timings. So some of us would be in the massage, some of us would be packing our stuff at the chalet lah. So for me, right, I actually came back. I did the massage first. Then I came back earlier with like I think 3 people. So all the 3 people, right? The bottom the people were all living at the bottom generally or in another room. So I was the only one in my room lah. I went back alone to the room on the second floor. I was packing my stuff. So when I was packing my stuff, right, I was taking my bag, right, was on the bed. So I was turning around to take my clothes from the dresser table. There's a dresser table with a chair there lah. Taking from the dresser table, turning, so you can imagine I'm going from left to right lah. Basically trying to pack my bag lah to go back to Singapore. And then I felt weird. But, it could be just like you're alone in the room, you got that weird feeling, right? But whatever, I'm just packing, right? And then when there was one moment, right, when I was turning to the bed and when I was putting my clothes into my bag, where I distinctively heard a eek sound, like a sound of something being moved. And what I did, right, was I couldn't really understand, but I heard the sound very distinctively. So I turned to the right, and the table that was initially like facing another direction, right? The chair the chair, the table that was facing another direction, right? The chair was now facing me. So
Oof.
it's like the chair turned around to me lah, and it's not a wheelchair. Like it's not a chair with wheels, guys. It's a chair. It's like a wooden chair, guys. It's not supposed to move. so I just treat it like, oh, maybe it's always there. Like my mind just like autopilot, like, oh, it's probably just like there. I just didn't notice. Then I just continued packing, and then I went down lah. But in my heart, I know what I heard lah. Okay, so yeah, guys. Yeah, that's just like one of the more memorable ones that I remember. Like I have encountered like bits and pieces there. Like for example, once a few years back, I think it was the last day of the 7th month, and then I was very very late. Means like I was booking Grab at like the really like gates. The horror gates are like probably closing already. Like the gates of hell are closing, and I'm trying to get back home myself. So I booked a taxi. I was on the taxi, and then
Oh no.
the taxi uncle was perfectly fine. Then I was like resting on the side and looking out. Guys, don't look out the windows at like on the last day of the ghost month. That's all I can say. I'm so dumb. I cannot even now thinking back, right? Why would I do that, right? Because what happened was to reach my house, generally there's those car parks, those multi-story car parks. There's one area with a lot of trees, okay, and there was nobody there. Okay, there was nobody there, and out of like suddenly, right, I suddenly saw a person. Okay, I saw a person, and this person, right, I wish I could say that ghosts don't look like ghosts, but the person was wearing a white dress, which is very dirty, and you can't really tell. But I was, how to say lah, like you don't think a person is a ghost immediately. I mean, you're in Singapore, right? I was just like, oh, what's that person doing there? Then I was trying to see the person's face for a while. Like during the moment when the taxi was going past, I was trying to see the person's face. Another pro tip: don't do that. like, so
If you see something weird, look away.
yeah, just look away, guys. Like I don't know what the freak was wrong with me. Okay, so I looked. I was trying to find the person's face, and then I was trying to understand like, oh, why is the person back facing? Like what the person doing there? The person wasn't moving, guys. The person was just looking away. And I can tell from the the hand position, the arm position. So the person was like, then slowly, right, after the trees and a bit move, right, I realized that the person was not looking away. The person is looking in my direction. I just cannot see the freaking face. That's all I can see. Like, it's like, at that moment, I look away immediately, and I was just like, OMG. Like, I was trying to process it, guys, but it was not a person lah. Let's just say lah. I cannot see the face, right? The darkness, right, is probably because of hair. I thought it was back facing because of hair, right? But actually, she was front facing me. That's all I can say.
Mm. So basically, if you see a person standing there, red flag number 1, don't look at it.
Yeah, just don't
Just
look.
don't
Okay,
look.
just don't look. Like I don't even know why I look. Okay, I don't even know why Okay, maybe I was concerned. I was a concerned citizen, guys. Like, why is this like girl alone? Like with a dirty outfit, like waiting.
Oh my god.
Like, wouldn't you look like just in case she needs help or something, right? But
Yeah, I mean, human natural
can't
instincts.
say
to
I'm
look, right?
capable. Okay, maybe I
I'm
was.
gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. My paranoid ass would just be like, nope, nothing's there.
No, but
You'd be
like.
I would have looked. I'll be like, what's that guy doing, bro? What a weirdo.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't call that
Oh
a
my
weirdo.
God.
Okay, but like I look
Oh my god.
like
But then there's like it's context as well. You're talking about like the middle of the freaking night.
yeah. It's
I
like
mean, that's context. If it's like in the afternoon or something, it's just like, wonder what
okay,
that
in the
person's doing
afternoon,
there.
right? I'll also be like, hey, what that person doing in the bushes there, huh? But
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
but like,
definitely.
it's like in the middle of the night. What are you doing there?
In the middle of that, I'm just like, alright, I'm just gonna not look. I'm just gonna look away.
It's just damn bad. Like, so, okay, I'm actually quite thankful that a lot of my I don't even okay, touch wood, just in case tonight got any weird shit. Like, I'm very thankful that I would say my sense, right, got very dull nowadays. Like back then it was really like really very 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 bad. I don't see like it. I don't see like ghosts, but like I see these kind of things happening. Like the I can barely see their face kind of thing. I cannot even tell if they're a ghost. So like But I can but before we started the whole storytelling, right? Remember I was telling you guys sometimes it's really unlucky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like in the case of I have an elder brother, okay? So my elder brother's case, right, was firstly proof to me that I am not crazy. No, okay, like legit. Sometimes you will start to doubt yourself. Like, am I like mentally not right? Like, how come I keep encountering such things, right? So, and then the second thing is, it also proved to me that sometimes it's not you go looking for something or if you just I don't know sway or what. It's really just at the moment, right? It just happened to you and you don't even know how to process it. So for my elder brother, right, he was going to take a bus. He had to cut through a park in Singapore. That park is basically there's a park in Singapore that he had to cut through quite late at night. He was trying to catch the last bus lah for context back home. So he just I think he came from camp or something, like he went for army camp lah. So he was rushing. He normally don't take that path. He decided to take the path because he's fine lah. While going through the path, right, he saw someone behind a tree inside the park. But he wanted to not miss his last bus, right? So he ignored and continued moving forward. And suddenly there was a clack sound, right? And he looked down and he saw he had stepped on a talisman.
Oh no, GG.
Oh
Nope.
no.
And, okay,
Oh no.
so what happened was he looked up, okay? And then when he looked up, right, the figure was gone. And then the figure was gone, he was like, okay, never mind. And then he went home. That night is quite that so what happened was that night, right, when he was sleeping, I was playing game outside in the living room days. And then I felt weird. Because of my past experiences before, right, I felt like there was a person watching me. It was very, very strong. And I cannot ignore such things because the last time that happened to me, right, I actually got spirited away. Like, in a very bad way. So, I shut down my game and then I wanted to sleep. But instead of going to my bed, right, because I went to sleep on the lower bed. There's a bunk bed, so there's like a lower pull-out bed. I stayed at the lower pull-out bed, and then behind the lower pull-out bed, right, is the window. It's closed window lah. It's not like a first, second floor kind of thing. It's a higher level, so it's fine lah. It's closed. That whole night, I keep having dreams that there was a woman standing at the window.
Oh god.
Okay.
And I was terrified. It's so on my side. I woke up. I was like, okay, probably I have a very bad dream. But I basically sleep very, very badly that night. I woke up, right, to my elder brother, right, like very weak and very white. And then of course I started asking him lah, like, hey, what happened to you? The typical sibling thing, hey. and then he was like, he told me the story of the talisman thing that he encountered lah. Then I was like, oh my god, is that why I had bad dreams last night? Because of you. and then I mean, it's the typical sibling thing, right? Then he told me that night, right, I didn't tell him I was having the dreams of the woman yet, but I just said I had very bad sleep. And then he told me, right, that whole night, he kept dreaming of a woman at that same window the same window calling out to him.
Oh, what the
So both of us had the same, basically the same dream lah. But his was worse. He's got like ASMR or whatever. Mine is just like I feel uncomfortable. His is like he feel the person calling him.
He's got your name calling.
Yeah. So what happened was he had to go to camp, right? Because the army doesn't give a shit about ghosts.
Yeah.
But he was feeling so uncomfortable. But he went to camp, and it was non-stop bad luck for him. Like his encik tekang him, suddenly he losing a lot of things. His wallet got missing out of nowhere. And it's just bad luck after bad luck. To the point, right, that he started, when he finally went home after that, right, because he can book out every day kind, right, he was like a paranoid mess. Like he just feel like he was gonna die at any moment. Like he just felt like something was out to get him. And then my father stepped in and then he found out about the whole thing lah. So he actually told my brother to like wear a certain flag lah. It's one of the religion in Singapore has a flag, religious flag. So he told my brother to wear it. And my brother felt a bit better to continue stuff. But he still keep having dreams of the woman. To the point that they actually like my father actually needed to call the temple's help, and then they actually needed to do
Exorcise
something
him.
to appease the
Exorcism.
person. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean they don't
So your
they,
brother
they
had
don't really
had
exercise
like
in Chinese terms, right? They just like appease, you know, like they
Yeah.
give you like it's like you're
Appease the
bribing the
spirit.
spirit with
Yeah.
non-stop of things like and then a good life and then until they can let go. So that actually happened lah.
damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a different thing where it happens to someone close to you.
I tell you,
Yeah.
it's very different. Like hearing stories from other people
He-
versus
Stories
seeing
is
your.
one thing. Having it like having actually experienced it is
I cannot tell you how scary. Like I would say that maybe it's my fault because like when I was young, I kind of like played a few of those games we talked about, right? But um, yeah, maybe it's my fault. Don't even know. Like, reflection
Not
time.
too many Ouija boards, you know.
So what happened with the
Yeah.
spirit of the coin game,
done
right?
done a little bit too many.
Don't play it with strangers. I mean, not really strangers. They're like classmates of classmates. But the thing is, back then, classmates don't know about your life and where you stay.
Yeah.
So what happened was I played the Spirit of the Coin in the block opposite like underneath a HDB block opposite my school, and then the coin moved lah, and then all of us were doing the thing as the kids were like, one of you move pushing it right, one of you pushing it, oh no, that kind of like stupid shit. But none of us were pushing it, by the way. So what happened is we asked the typical questions like, oh, how old are you? Then they explain, and then what's your name, that kind of thing, and then like where do you stay? Okay. The creepy part happened with where do you stay, because what happened was it actually first said like it stayed in this neighborhood, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's really near all of us. Then it stayed in this
One
block,
of your friends lived there.
and then I was like, oh, this block is my block, maybe it's a neighbor or something. And then it said the floor, and I was like, oh wow, that's really close to me, same floor, maybe it's just a neighbor. And then it said my house.
Oh my god.
And then I was like, bro, nobody knows my address. That's one thing, right? And the second thing is, it stayed in my house. So there's a place in my house that I always feel very uncomfortable. So I was like, oh, which part of my house? And it said exactly where it was.
Oh god.
No.
No.
I've also seen
No.
this friend from the other side's face before by accident. So I was sleeping in my room, right? And then I was turned to the side. No, it's not. So my body was like, you know, you hug your chocho, right? You've turned to the side. So I was facing the wall. Then I woke up in I woke up. I thought I woke up lah. And then I opened my eyes. Then I felt very weird. And then when I turned my face to so basically I'm trying to turn my body around, right? I turned around to seeing a black figure looking down on me.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
And I
It's
froze.
just a demon.
I just froze Like I just froze, and then the face just stared. Like I couldn't even see the face, but it was just staring down at me. And then I woke up right in the same position.
Yeah,
Also,
that,
it was-
that just sounds like
okay.
sleep paralysis, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say it
Oh
sounds
my God.
a lot like sleep paralysis.
But I was so scared. I can't even tell how scared I was.
Just a good old funny guy.
I have similar experience with Lottie, but mine was even worse cause you actually hear a sound.
Eh.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like
So
the-
basically what happened
Okay.
was, okay, background story, my house, right, the HDB I'm in, right, there is no dark history or anything like that. Okay, none of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
But my parents have claimed they have seen this white figure woman around the house usually at night. I haven't claimed to seen one yet, but there was one night where my dad was overseas, right? So I had a choice whether to sleep in the living room or sleep in my mom's room. So I chose the living room. I sat on the sofa. In the middle of the night, okay, suddenly I hear, you know when someone kicked the ball or when the ball like bounced on the floor?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that sound in the middle of the night.
Oh, do you have a ball in the house? First question.
I do have a ball in my house, and the ball was nowhere in the living room. Where before I slept, I have seen where the ball is. It was nowhere near the living room. So I heard that bouncing sound. I woke up.
I've heard
And-
of like stories of people using like balls to play with supposedly spirits with children because they tend to kicking the ball around.
Those things are
More
real, by the
playful.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
So what
Yeah.
happened was I woke up when I heard the ball, right? And immediately I felt like someone was watching me. Like literally like standing beside the sofa and
It's
watching
like, hey,
me.
give me my ball back.
It's not that, it's just they are watching over me and I just refuse to open my eyes and refuse to face it. And that went off for a while till the morning, right? I woke up. I told my parents, I was like, did any of you play a prank on me in the middle of the night? Did any of you hit the ball or something? They all said no. Okay. And I was like, I heard a ball sound in the middle of the night. None of them believe me. But there have been incidents where my mom has seen like, this white figure go standing in front of her
Oh
bed
my
and
god.
so and that is like the creepiest moment I had, and I would never ever
God
forget that.
damn.
It's like people tell me, people can claim it's sleep paralysis, but sleep paralysis you can't explain why I heard the sound that I heard.
I think
Yeah.
sleep paralysis
True, yeah.
kind of cause you to
Actually, no, yeah, no. I was
listen
gonna
to
say it
sound or not.
can because it's more of like a mental thing. So like the stuff that you experienced before, sometimes it plays it back. So like sounds that you've heard, maybe like people talking, whatever.
Maybe, but
It's an actual thing that can happen. So that could have been it.
You know, when I had really, really bad nightmares, one fine day, you know what solved me? I mean, like,
Hmm?
solved me from asking from help, lah. Because in the past, I would be screaming throughout the night. I just scream, scream, scream until my parents come to the room and, like, help me. And then, so, one fine day, that was the first day I got a mobile phone, guys. The very first day I had a mobile phone. I had a damn bad dream. The first thing I did was I called my father on my mobile phone.
Oh, what the f-
He scolded me so bad I never called for help ever again.
oh my god.
Never, never, never call your parents in
Yes,
the
getting
middle of the night.
traumatized to not call them.
I've had some there was like one really weird summer experience I had when I went overseas. So this was like school overseas trip. It was in Chiang Mai, and
Had
I
to
was
be
just
Chiang
thinking, first of all, this whole ride to the hotel was fucked. So our bus had broken down repeatedly. It was so bad the breakdowns that we were actually so late for our whole schedule that everything had to be postponed or cancelled. By the time we got to the hotel, it was like 2:30 a.m. So me and my girl get on room Stephanie, me and friend got a room lah. So by the time we got to our room it was 3 a.m. Right? The room was on level 4. The room number is 13. None of the lights work in the
Wow.
corridor.
Oh.
None of the lights work in the corridor at where our room is. Right? And I was like at least 2 or 3 rooms like away from anyone or else. We just happened to get a room. We opened the room door, right? First thing we notice is the room is it's like painted like very dark gray. It's very dark. The lights, the main light didn't really work. Right, the window was like half covered, and then right in front of both beds was a fucking mirror, right? A huge mirror, right?
Okay.
With two red lights, not candles, red lights on either side. So we look at it, we're just like, I see. All right. Right in front of our beds, then we were like, okay, what the fuck? So the lights didn't work. The TV was constantly putting out static. And then we go to the bathroom, right, which was fine. Until you look at you sit on the toilet bowl, you look up, and there's like a hole in the ceiling, and it's like pitch black. And it's right above the toilet bowl. Yeah, we couldn't get any fucking sleep at night. It's like,
What the
yeah, it's. We were so. The thing is that I guess because it's the most horror cliche room possible, but like it was so creepy being in that room. It was just so off. Like we put the TV on and we let it blare lah. So yeah, the welding side. I remember I took a picture of the room, but like the next day when I woke up, I don't see the picture on my phone. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Like I sent it, I texted out. So when you text on WhatsApp, right? The picture still saves to your phone.
Yep.
So like I have the message of the room picture, but the picture's gone from my phone itself. So I'm just like, Wait, what the fuck? Where did the picture go?
Huh.
Ah.
Weird.
Yeah. And then I remember when I woke in the middle of the night, I went to take like a shit, right? I heard like the thudding noise above. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't think there might be somebody above us because but yeah, the whole room there was just such a horrible vibe. It went there for like 2 nights.
What the fuck?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Like imagine you could sit at the toilet, you look up, you see a freaking pitch black hole looking down at you. It's
That's
like,
so
I would just be like,
See.
all right, time to hold in my
It's
shit.
my
shit.
time. My
House, yeah.
time has come.
just chilling under the demon hole.
Oh my god. Scary, man. Like, oh,
I'm
let's
glad none of us are playing a horror game right now while listening to all this, right?
Are we?
Imagine someone's just like soloing Phasmo right now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Soloing.
But you see, the sad part is tomorrow I have to stay in at in my camp. And
Oh.
yeah, I've
One
heard
more,
stories.
yes, camp.
I've heard stories in that camp of people seeing some stuff. So I'm gonna try my best to forget about everything.
Don't
Fun,
worry
bro, have
about
fun.
it.
Bye, have a good time.
You can let us know.
Good
You
luck.
can get,
Don't
you
look
can
at
get
don't
the
look at the shadow
story.
people.
You're now a journalist.
Never look over your shoulder. If you hear something behind you, do not look over your shoulder.
Apparently, that's the thing in Japan. If you
Yeah,
hear,
yeah. If you hear something, don't look over your shoulder.
I thought
Oh,
even in
yeah.
Singapore,
if you
like,
hear
Just
footsteps
ignore and keep
behind you,
going
right?
forward.
If you hear footsteps
Yeah, yeah.
behind you of the
Do not look
wooden
behind. Just keep going
slippers.
forward. Just ignore it.
Just keep
No,
moving
isn't
forward.
it you stop, you bow down, and then you say after you, and then it will walk past you.
That's
Oh.
a Japanese thing, if I remember.
Yeah, because that's the one I remember.
The one is in the
If
local one.
It's one of the stories of like yokai and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yokai. You have to let the things that are like
You have to
umbrella.
let it go in front of you. Yeah.
The one
you
in
say
Singapore
after
is
you,
you
and then
will
yokai
say
will
your
walk
full
past you,
name.
and then once you hear the footsteps stop.
You know,
It's
like once you
officially
hear
gone
it like
past
go
you.
past you and stuff. Yeah.
Do you guys ever experience this where like some like you just walking and then randomly you hear someone call your name out, like it's a
Oh, yeah,
familiar
those that you-
voice.
It's a forbidden thing in here also. What?
Yeah.
It's a what? Forbidden.
Like, you're not supposed to call another person's like full name out at night.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
Because
hear
what
my
really
happened
name
is
called all the time.
everybody has like light, right? Like the Chinese believe that you have guang lah. So there's one on each of your shoulders, and there's one in the middle of your forehead. So what happens is at night you get dimmer, of course, right? So the thing is when you turn around, right, you're only using one of your light normally. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's the point is your weakest, you know, it will like it will stab you like in CS, like it was there's a person trying to like stab you. So,
Backstab.
yeah.
Backstab.
So that's why you normally use like nicknames and stuff like that.
Oh,
Okay.
I hear
Dude,
my
you
name being
turn a-
called like even when I'm walking around in a busy mall.
So
In the
That,
busy
that
one
was
is
that was the
different,
that was the most weird. Yeah.
can I point out something weird? So
Yes.
back to the Hitler's statue that I told you guys.
Oh
about,
God.
right?
Did you actually put a picture of it?
No, so that's the
Okay,
weird
good.
part. Cause
Oh.
in the
Can't find it?
past, right, when I tried to search for it, because I was I was telling someone else about this, and they wanted a picture.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, let me go find the picture, and I actually found the picture. But the
Now you
weird
cannot
part
find.
is now I cannot find at all. There is like no one mentioning it or anything. Like it's just completely gone from the internet.
Oh.
Oh, do you guys
like
want
that.
you guys want a fun, a fun-ish statue story?
Ooh. Yeah.
So to balance out all the creepy stuff we've been hearing with something nice.
Oh, let me
Yeah.
tell let me tell the creepy one, last one before you balance it out with the
Okay.
good stuff, you know, so that we can end we will have a good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll never.
Okay, so who here has doll phobia? Like scared of dolls?
Oh, B, please
Me.
don't get any dolls near me.
Oh, doors. I heard dogs.
Oh no.
Dog phobia.
Dogs okay, dolls no.
Wait, by dolls will be like those creepy characters, not like plushies and stuff, right?
Like
I
okay,
think
so
dolls in general, right?
what happened is I have always feared dolls. Like, cause to me, right, they give me a very bad vibe. Like since young, I just
Understandable.
don't like dolls. The only doll I accepted was Barbie. Like honestly, cause she cannot blink her eyes and shit, right? So
Understandable.
she's like a PNG, you know. She can't do anything to me. While the rest is like live 2D and 3D models, they can blink. So what happened was I have a fear of dolls. And then one fine day, right, my mom, right, she mysteriously brought back, right, a life-size, they call it a Raggedy Ann doll, lah. You know the one where the
Oh,
red
shit.
straw
Oh,
hairs,
Curly hair.
the one with the buttons for eyes and the
Yep,
sewed-on smile. Yeah, she bought a
Raggedy Ann,
life
Raggedy Ann.
So that
size,
name though.
Life size.
a life-size child. Like it's very very scary. I can't even tell you how scary it looks. But to her, right, she said it's the most pretty doll she ever saw. And she was like, "Oh, you told me to buy for you," and I was like, "I would never." Don't put your purchases on me. Like I mean that's what I would say if I could. But like basically I was like no, I didn't ask for it, and I just avoided the door nonstop. I had so much bad juju, like so much bad vibes about the door. I will purposely take the door, right, and put it away from my bedroom. That's how scared I was of the door.
Just buddy.
No, so what happened was that, right, you know how bad my fear got? My fear got so bad, I'll put it in the living room while I go and sleep in the bedroom, right? So there was one time, my bedroom door wasn't fully, this
Closed?
incident actually it's not supernatural, but it cemented my fear of dolls. My bedroom door wasn't fully closed. My father wanted to watch soccer outside, right? I mean, why would you watch soccer with a life-size doll beside you? So he took the door, and then without thinking, he threw it into my room when I was inside. So what I saw,
No.
what I saw, right, from my point of view, because I was lying down on my bed, right, was a door flying in my direction.
Oh my
Raggedy Ann
god.
flying
Okay,
towards
but
you.
Both like vibe, good time.
ever since then, right, I locked the door inside the
From the
the
inside.
cupboard. Like there's a cupboard full of dolls. I just closed it inside, and I just like refuse to ever go near that cupboard. So what happened is a few years passed, guys. I grew up, right, and then we moved house, and I never ever saw the door again, cause a lot of my things got passed down to neighbors and stuff like that. So
Oh God.
what happened was, right, I stayed in my grandma's place for a bit, okay? And then I don't even remember the door. It was just a perfectly fine thing. When I moved to my family got a house, right, finally, so we stayed in the house. A while later, right, I had a very vivid dream. So you understand, I have very vivid dreams, right? Like this one is also one of those incidences regarding dreams. In the dream, I was dreaming that I was in my grandma's house again. And I was in my grandma's room, which was where I slept. And on my grandma's room, right, in the front, there's a chest, like, you know those like Nonya chest with the basically it's a wooden chest lah for them to keep their
the one with
barang
the-
thing.
yeah, yeah.
And there was always a TV on top. And what happened, you know those traditional box TV? So there was a TV
Like
placed
the-
on
the
top
old
of
school
the the old school TV. It was placed on top of that chest. So I dreamt that the doll was on top of the TV watching me. And then it was just watching me, and I obviously panicked and I tried to leave the room, and then it started following me. So I was just non-stop in my dream, right, running away from the door in my grandma's house. So when I finally woke up, right, I was like sweating. I was like legit sweating. And then I not cause there was aircon, guys. It was not hot. I was sweating from fear. I went to my mom, right, and then I just asked her, Mami, like, you know, last time there was this one doll that I really don't like, the one that kind of looked like Annabelle. And then she's like, yeah, why? I was like, where is it now? Like,
Oh,
it's a
no.
genuine question, guys. Like, she was like, let me think a while. Then she's like, then I say, oh, you passed to my neighbor, like the neighbors. Then she's like, no. Then I, huh? But I never see
sure.
it, man. It's not in the house, right? She's like, no, it's not in the house.
Oh
Then she think a while, and she said, oh, it's in your grandma's house. Then I was like, huh? Wait, where? You know, like where? All this time it was there in the grandma's house. And then she said, yeah, it's at your, she say, your grandma's house, grandma's room, in the chest below your bed there.
Oh.
Well.
Well,
So, yeah.
the second you mentioned Raggedy Ann doll, I'm like, okay, this
It doesn't look like the one, but it looks quite similar. Basically, it's those like cross stitch kind, you know, where they have
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the clothes
Ah,
on and
okay.
everything. Thinking about it gives me the creeps, but yeah.
I'm proud.
I was
of
gonna
myself.
say, I'm pretty sure they made a movie about that.
I'm proud of myself. I actually stopped my mom from buying a goddamn doll in back and brought back into the house. Like that, we were at Daiso and she was like, "Oh my god, this doll looks cute." I look at what doll? I look at
No.
what she's saying, and it's a fucking Japanese one. I'm like, nope.
Oh no! Oh, you
No,
oh,
fuck
those
no.
like the
The one that
oh,
the
fuck.
hair can grow.
Yeah, yeah. I
on
look at her I'm like, no, you're not buying this. No. She asked me whether I want to buy. I'm like, no.
Just ma no.
You cannot. At least you can stop. Mine was like, for some reason, my mom was very fixated on the doll.
I mean, some people connect with like my mom like used to have a doll like that, and she just kept it. I wasn't creeped out by it because I knew like it was very important to her, and we still have it.
If it's like a sentimental
somewhere.
thing, then I understand.
But why did she have to get a life-size one, guys? That thing could replace me.
It is. It was supposed to replace you.
You know what?
Oh
Wow.
no!
Is this the plot of Caroline or something?
Oh my god.
You know what would
Buttons for
scare me
eye.
though? To be honest, at this time of day,
Hmm?
it is not so much of a doll, but more like one of those speaking dolls of like what do you call those little creatures that just talk?
Furbies?
Furbies.
The cur-
Yeah,
I
Oh
love
my
Furbies.
God,
They're
I think I know what you're about to say.
but mine is not about Furbies. Mine is about, well, it isn't so much about experience that Lottie has, but I have kind of like kind of shy away from a certain kind of doll called Teletubbies.
Those are dolls.
Yeah.
I like my
Okay.
Teletubby. What's
So who tagged me in Twitters with a Teletubby gif?
Oh, is it?
I
Hmm.
don't know.
I haven't seen Twitter. Wait.
Everybody's quiet.
Teletubbies, bro. What's wrong with
Everybody's quiet, no
Teletubbies?
one's replying.
Don't you love their soulless eyes, their
I mean,
vacant smile?
when you
You're
were a
like-
child, it was like so normal. When you look at it now, it's just like, what the? Why did I ever like this?
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have that much
I
of,
still like my Teletubby though. I have like the red one. And it's really,
my
very
God.
nice. Like, I mean, as compared to the life-size one, you know, I don't have much to compare, guys. You gotta forgive me.
If it's small, then sure. But if
If
it's like
it's about the size of your torso,
But I
though.
like the stories in the show. Like, I think maybe that's why I liked it. Like the stories, I was watching it while holding it.
Yeah.
It's
I think
so
as a
wholesome.
kid, you know, like you just don't
Yeah.
think too much.
as
But
a kid, it's just kind of like, oh hey, that's cool.
Just bright colors, and you're like, oh,
I think
wholesome.
there are more scary shows though. Like I think like I was
Ooh,
watching.
Courage.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was
Oh,
terrifying.
I was watching Courage. Courage is quite interesting though, no?
Interesting, but
Are you
like, some
afraid
the
of the
aspects
dark
were
was
really
good
scary,
also,
but,
no?
I feel that was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I don't have that much of a story to share like you guys, but there was this one weird experience that I had with like with old technology, like with VCRs, cassette tapes. You guys recall those back in the day?
Back at my day.
Back in my day,
It
listen
was
here,
at the
young
time
whippersnapper.
What are the?
yeah, but it was a time where it's in broad daylight. I'm alone. Well, technically not alone, but my parents are sleeping. And I'm just doing
Mhm.
some oral tests, like kind of like a revision. Okay.
Mhm.
And then while I was listening to a tape on an old like what do you call that? Those old radios that you can also that has multiple functions. Like it has a CD player and it
Walkmans?
has like a cassette player. I'm using the cassette player. For some weird reason, the cassette player, the voice in the cassette player talking about the oral test will stop talking and just heard a voice that is mimicking my mom calling out my name out
Oh,
of
God.
nowhere.
They're just trying to keep you focused.
Oh my
And this
god.
is like me in primary school trying to study my oral test. I thought it was a prank. So I was like,
You thought your mom recorded it?
yeah, that's what I called my parents. But when they woke up, they rewind the tape and tried to find where it is because you obviously
it's-
can record
yeah,
over
yeah.
cassette tapes, right? It was gone.
Wow. Okay.
It
Ah.
was
That's
straight
that's
up
pretty
gone from like the cassette tape is normal by itself. It just the voice line of my quote unquote mom calling my name just completely disappeared.
Dang.
It's
But that is
okay.
like
It was
I don't
just
know if
your
that's like,
your guardian spirit telling you to concentrate.
Oh, yeah, the
It's just
study, study,
Aboya, you
study.
don't Aboya, you better focus.
Pomodoro, man.
Pomodoro spirits of the underworld.
Oh my god.
Okay,
but
I have. Oh, go on.
go ahead, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Mine
Oh,
is
that's
just
like
mine.
RRL spirit box, bro.
Oh my god.
Back in my day, we don't have this thing called a spirit box.
In my day, we have the radio.
So I have one last story, and this story actually happened super recently. And involves an animal. So if you guys don't like
God.
animals
It's creepy.
hurting,
Okay, I think I know what it's gonna be.
no, don't worry, you won't. So for some reason, right, my dad likes to have chickens in the house. We have two chickens. We had two chickens. Okay. One night, okay, we heard the chicken scream. One of the chicken scream. We don't know what happened, alright. And the next morning, my dad said the chicken neck has snapped and died. Now usually it's like there's no issue, okay, no issue with that. But the problem is the chicken was in the cage. There was nothing that could have snapped the chicken's neck inside the cage. So and it happened in the middle of the night. The chicken screamed in the middle of the night. So that brings the question: how in the fuck did the chicken snap its own neck?
No,
Maybe
fresh chicken, bro.
I don't understand what you mean by neck.
maybe he was trying to cross the road.
God damn it, Lord.
Trying to cross the road.
But
He's
yeah,
trying to get to the other side, bro.
but that was a
Wait, you
weird
said
part.
this was
like-
recent?
Yeah, this was recent. And remember, and also one last thing that's odd, right? Remember back my story, the sleep paralysis day. It happened in the living room. This chicken head snapping thing, like the
In the
neck
living
snapping,
room.
was also in the living room, and it was also around the area where I heard the ball bounce.
Alright, so
Why would you
so
keep the
basically he's just
chicken
telling you
there?
to not go to your living room ever.
Yeah, it's just like
He's
the
supposed to
living
play
room is
ball.
not for the living.
I think your living room not a living room anymore.
It's not for the
Yeah,
living,
not living
okay?
anymore.
Just
Imagine
like
there's a
yeet
sign of
yourself.
chicken pox coming to get you.
Oh my god, bro.
So till this day, right, none of us have an answer to why on earth the chicken neck snapped.
Nah, that shit's creepy, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That shit crazy.
My
shit
most
crazy.
next my next important
I got
question
one
is,
last one for
was
you
that a
guys,
pet chicken
especially
or
for
like
you
for?
army people.
Oh god.
Oh
Bro,
god, it's an army thing. It's
I'm
okay.
going to
I will
camp
experience
tomorrow,
it. I will
please.
experience it in 2 months. In 2 years.
You ever heard of the tale of the Bagua?
The what?
Huh?
Have you ever heard in one specific island, which I think you all know?
Yes,
that's
our
the tale
favorite
of Bagua.
Favorite one.
our favorite resort island, yes.
Okay, so whenever you go over there, there is a rule where you are not supposed to bring a particular kind of food to that island. And
Wait,
that is
really?
Bagua. It was back in my time too.
Back in my day.
But
Who the hell is bringing bakwa to the god?
but
I
why
thought
can't
you're
you
not
bring
allowed to,
bakwa?
though.
Bakwa tastes so nice.
But Bakwa is like
This one I never experienced it firsthand. It actually happened about 2 blocks down. But apparently, someone managed to sneak in a pack of Bagua
Oh no.
in their luggage.
How?
I have absolutely no idea. I mean,
Why?
maybe
Why?
you are not supposed to be doing that, but apparently it got through whatever customs they have gotten through. On that night, I think the entire block itself have heard it, but from what I heard, there is a case of a flying storage cupboard in one of the bunks.
What the hell?
The whole cupboard
Storage
flying.
flying
Yeah.
cupboard.
A whole
It's
cupboard.
like
is flying.
someone single-handedly carried the cupboard and just throw it around the room.
What the fuck?
You can hear you can, if you are close enough, you can hear the clanging and beating of metal. But that is not all. The next morning, when the people who are in that room woke up, they found one metal cupboard lying in the middle of the room, because all the beds are all on the side, right?
Yeah.
The lock is ripped open, and guess what's missing?
The parkour.
No way.
Yes,
Look, the
Oh my
look,
god.
the ghost is just
everything
hungry,
is
man.
thrown
Yeah,
out.
maybe they're just hungry.
Everything is thrown out, and the only thing that is missing is a bakwa.
Oh my god.
Damn, bro.
Oh boy.
There's a lot more
I
creepy
know,
than
right?
someone telling you that there's a ghost sitting outside your tree in your room, but it's another time.
Wait. So everyone in the room was just
they
sound
steal your
asleep.
bakwa.
Yeah, everyone in the room was just sound asleep while the freaking cupboard was
Well,
flying
the thing was
around.
just bang, bang,
From
bang.
what I heard, they did not dare to wake up because that is one
Oh.
violent cupboard trashing.
Oh man,
Jesus.
it's
it
true. I
was,
would
bro.
also be kind of freaked out. Yeah.
Ah,
Imagine
This is why
waking.
back in the day, you don't bring bakwa to
Oh
that
my
island.
God.
Back in my
My
Back
day.
in my day.
back in
Back
my
in
day.
any day, bro.
I don't know about now,
Here,
but
Shani.
Sounds horrible, bro. Who would want to risk it, man? Holy shit.
who
So
would risk
danger.
bringing like pork meat? Like, no, it's not even Chinese New Year even. Oh my.
I
Also,
mean, it's
am I the only
risky.
one that's weird? My fever dreams slash nightmares, right, are like the most peaceful thing, right? But it's also the most unsettling thing ever.
Sorry, what?
Like you know, guys have fever dreams and nightmares before, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes,
I
yeah.
mean,
yeah.
maybe it's just a dream theory.
No, the problem with mine is when you imagine nightmares, it's like, oh, you know, Lottie's are being chased around by a dog and stuff like that.
Mm.
My nightmare is I'm just sitting on a hill and sliding down slowly with windmills everywhere.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's the most peaceful thing, but it's also like the most unsettling thing for me. It's like, why am I here? Why is it so quiet and peaceful? I hate it here.
Every time I have dreams like that, I always die at the end. So it's always so
Just die.
calm, and then it's never calm. And like in the middle, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Yeah, okay.
I'm
My
very
weirdest
wary.
dream. My weirdest dream was like an Inception dream where it's like, I wake up from the dream and I'm like, okay, that was just a dream, and I'm still in a dream.
Dreamception.
like what the hell, bro? Like, yeah, it's like I thought I was awake, but I wasn't fucking awake.
Those are the
Inception
worst.
was fun.
I mean,
No,
that's
just like-
better. Yeah, that's better than having got to save everyone on a sinking ship. In your
What?
dream.
You're-
Excuse me?
I got
I wouldn't
weird
call
dreams
that a
every-
nightmare, bro. That's like a speed run.
That's a game.
I had one that
Okay,
was on, like,
theory.
I had one that was like I
Thanks
was
for
on a
watching.
space station, and then there was zombies everywhere. And instead of going up to the shuttle, we went deeper, and I'm like, this lift is wrong. The doors open. I'm like, yeah, I've got one bullet left, right? All right, that's for me. Time to
It's
wake
for
up.
me, bro.
Hello?
Sayonara, this
And those
world.
dreams, I was just like, all right, time to wake up. Start new game plus. Let's go.
New Game Plus.
Love
Do you
you,
wanna-
just
do you wanna-
saying.
a
Speaking of
wholesome
going to
statue
dream,
one?
there is one thing that I experienced that is still vivid in my mind. It's me getting pranked into getting arrested for carrying illegal stuff.
I don't
And
think
a
that's
dream?
a ghost story.
yeah.
Wait, in a dream or in real life?
That's just GTA.
I mean, it's GTA except your friends are in the army. I don't know. But that is no the horror story. Yeah, you're right.
Do we want a nice statue story?
Oh,
Wait.
yes,
I wanna,
please.
It's
Don't
not. It's
tell
not
me
I wanna
it's
say
scary.
all-
my
It's not
say my ghost
scary.
hunting
It's
one
actually
first.
quite nice. So because of course, rep to the diver. I am a diver, so I went diving once, and a bunch of us were like, they, the locals told us of this statue that
It
was
had to be a
in
statue,
a little
Yogi.
cove
It had to be a
that
statue.
long time ago. They said the long time ago, a bunch of the locals just took a statue of the Virgin Mary and they put her in a small cave. So they were like
Okay, thank you,
hyping up this
Kota.
whole thing, and we're
Tell us
like, oh,
next
okay,
time.
it's not gonna be like, it's just probably gonna
We'll
be
host another one.
like a a big cave, you know what I mean? That you could just like swim through without doing anything. Then they took us there, and they're like, okay, guys, remember to make yourself as small as possible. And it just pointed into this tiny crevice that's like maybe
Oh
a
no.
meter, a meter and a half wide, and it just said, swim through there. And all of us were like, what? So we started swimming through it one by one, like in an orderly fashion, just going through it. And in diving, so you can't talk. We don't have the special headsets and all that stuff. So everything's just by like what we see. So it gets pitch black, and then suddenly this hand reaches out and grabs me in the shoulder as I'm going through the crevice. And I'm like freaking out, and I just see like the dive master there. He like waves to me, tells me to calm down, and he points, and this Virgin Mary statue is on like the right
Oh.
of me, and it's like there was no way that the statue could have fit through the crevice without some help. Like it's not like a sui sui
Hello,
can
Siri.
fit. So she's just there, and she looks like she's been there for a very long time. She's got like stuff growing on her and all that stuff. And then it was the nicest thing ever because you suddenly felt at peace because when you swim out of the crevice, it's all the coral reefs, all the fish, all the bright colors, all that beauty just like washes over you. And you feel like you've been blessed essentially. And everyone's
Oh.
like, so then you just see a whole bunch of divers just like literally swim out of the crevice, like in the Little Mermaid movie, just swimming out, and then everybody's just kind of like high from that emotion, and then just floating like in space. Everyone's just like there, and then we're all like, we can't believe it. And then immediately after, he's like, okay, we'll do something fun. We'll make you walk on the ocean floor. And that was like insanely fun. But it was just like, it was this tense moment because it's like this tiny crevice that everybody will not be able to fit. Because a lot of us were like quite wide shoulders. And then just this hand just grabs you and just jump scares you, and you're like, oh, what? What is it? And they're like, look, Virgin Mary statue that's been there for like apparently like I think it was like 20, 30 years or something.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Wow.
So it's like it's not like a recent statue has been put there. It's been there for ages, and they always take people there because it's like when you've been training to dive, it's a good thing to see because then you're like, okay, it's a reward, essentially.
Ah.
That
But
sounds
like
Nice to
seeing
see.
seeing the statue, I'm like, I don't like I've never read the Bible. I don't know all the Christian religion stuff. But then like seeing that statue just there in that crevice, it's like, okay, people are like dedicated to putting this stuff there. But it's also so uplifting to see something like that.
Is it dedicated or it just sank? Like it sank in
I
the.
think they had a statue on land and then they brought it down with them diving, and then they shimmied it into this crevice. I don't know why they picked that area, but like they just put it there. So like they managed to fit that statue within like a meter wide crevice, and then they put it into like a natural cave that was already there.
That's nice.
Yeah, the
Like,
statue's not big. The
it's a very
statue's like
good diving experience, I
probably
think.
the size of like a pretty big monitor, but it was still like having to bring something. It was full stone statue as well. So it wasn't just like a hollowed out like, oh, it's plastic, it's easy, one person can carry it. This was like you needed three people to carry it, at least 3 people.
Hello, Risha.
Impressive. Wow.
I was
But it's
about
like
to
when you
say
see like
if it's
wrecks and stuff, it's so crazy.
if it's got to be something that is as big as a monitor, probably with they probably have found a way to bring it inside 30, 20 years ago. I mean, it's not to say that the cave is the same as it is now, but
Yeah. But it's like that's some serious dedication. And then a lot of people are like trying to get me to go diving onto like old like shipwrecks and stuff.
Oh, those are dangerous, I heard.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's quite dangerous. Like my friend went once and then he said like there was like a whole bunch of eels that had taken home in one of them.
Oh wow.
And then they were like they got in and the eels like were peering at them from their holes and he was just like, nah, I'm out. I'm done. I'm out of here. Let's go.
I mean, doesn't shipwrecks usually have sharks swimming outside of them as well?
It depends sometimes, yeah. Oh, I
I think
just
there's
remembered there
sharks
was
like
one.
even like not like sharks are everywhere, no. Not
Sharks
the
everywhere.
same.
Yeah, of course, yeah, everywhere.
I've actually
Anyway,
got a
guys.
horror story diving,
Oh, you have a horror story
which
then.
which almost sent me to the hospital.
Dang.
So what? Like so we're all diving. We're doing our usual thing that we're supposed to do. I can't say what it was, but we're just diving around, and then I'm done with my thing. So I'm waiting for everybody else, and then I'm off to help my friend. So suddenly I feel this like tug in my leg, and I'm like,
no.
oh, there must be like a fish or something. I look over and I'm like, there's nothing there, and I'm a good 2 meters away from like the reef, so I'm not bumping into anything. So I'm like, oh, okay, something's tugging my leg. I don't know what it is, so I just keep swimming. Another 2 minutes, everybody's like dispersed out, right? Everybody dispersed out to do the second stage of whatever we're doing. I'm basically waiting. And the way you dive is, of course, you are basically in a planking position essentially. So I'm swimming along. Suddenly I feel another tug in my leg. And I'm like, what keeps tugging in my leg? And the instant response is you just like, you kind of fold yourself in half to look at your leg. So I do that and I'm like, okay, there's nothing there. And then suddenly my leg feels as if it's getting pulled and I hear a boat because like sound travels like a lot faster in water. So I hear a boat motor, like the motor of a boat, and it's like speeding away. And I'm suddenly getting dragged horizontally through the water. And I'm like panicking because I'm like, oh, okay, I must be caught in a rope. So I literally reach down for my legs to try and feel for any rope. I don't see any rope, and I suddenly get pulled straight to the surface. So I'm about 12 meters deep, and I suddenly get pulled 12 meters. Like, you know, all those like movies about the rapture where someone's like trying to
Oh,
like
hello,
reach for
Swift.
somebody on the ground, and then they get pulled to the side, like the alien abduction movies.
Uh-huh.
I was literally getting like abducted
Hello. Nice to
underwater.
meet
So I was
you.
being dragged to the surface. And I was just getting pulled and pulled and pulled. So I'm like knocking on my tank to like alert people around me that like something's terribly wrong. I get dragged up 12 meters in about 15 seconds, which by right is dangerous.
Dang.
I hit the surface, and then the guides that with me is like, dude, are you okay? I'm like, I don't know. Something felt like it was tugging my leg. I don't know what happened. They get me out of the water. They send me to the doctors. The doctors are like, no diving for you for a while. And they literally check my tank. They check all my equipment. They're like, there's no reason for you to get dragged to the surface. And there were no boats in the area except for our boat, and the engine was off.
Whoa.
So I was just like, okay, something must
Is that
have
a
dragged
haunted
me.
boat? Yeah.
And everybody heard the boat. The thing is, everybody heard the boat, but there were no boats nearby us except for our boat, and the engines were off.
It's
I
so
be-
weird.
I mean, there have been like people seeing ghost ships and stuff where like it's this like the ship is there, then after like a few seconds later it's not.
The
I've
ghost
heard,
ship,
I've heard
bro.
ghost ships.
Ghost ship.
Ghost ships are terrifying. I've
Flying
never seen
Dutchman.
I never seen one myself, but I've seen a couple of like um, things in the horizon that I'm just like, Nani?
But honestly, I would say like out of everywhere, right? Under the water is like the creepiest.
Oh my god, I have so much footage, like personal footage of like
You should do a
things that would set
stream.
off like thalassophobia.
You should do a stream next time about your like. I mean, if you're willing to share, you should do a stream sharing about your diving adventures.
I mean, that's what I did. Like my channel is all about it, but obviously Singapore water is not that clean. But well, I mean, yeah, that's the goal essentially. I think no, my intro video on my channel does use all diving footage that I personally took.
Nice.
Ooh.
But like there was one footage I wanted to add, but I thought like it would ruin it because it's this footage that I took of like those sci-fi movies where you see like, oh, it's the moon and then it goes over the horizon and you see Earth. Imagine it's like you see beautiful coral and then you go over the edge and it's just a drop to 100 meters. And it's
Oh
just
my god! No, no,
pitch
no!
darkness.
Ooh, get the shivers
No.
just thinking of it.
Oh, that's fun.
Because I did
Anyways,
that and I
guys.
looked over and I'm like, I have no idea what's in the water. And then the guy's like, yeah, we're going in there. Let's go. And I'm like, oh god.
Anyways, guys, I'm gonna rate Shiraga. He's doing a Halloween karaoke stream.
Oh,
Oh,
what is that?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
So but
Wait, for me,
I have to like go off also, cause but
Yep.
I actually really enjoyed the storytelling session. We should do more of these chit chatting sessions.
Yeah, just like SGVT story times.
It
yeah.
doesn't need to be like ghosts. It could be anything. Like it could be
Be
telling
anything.
about like maybe like activity you enjoy doing, like kayaking or something, or like that's something that we can just chit
Show
chat.
and tell. Show and tell stream.
Yeah, like a show and tell stream.
Got so many diving
I
things.
have
I'm okay with showing videos. I have videos that I am okay showing.
I have so many
All
stories to
the
tell.
setup reviews. Setup will be fun.
Yeah, we should do that. Let's just arrange another
It was like
follow-up
primary
session
school.
for chit
Show and
chatting.
tell.
I
Kids,
may or
you
may
bring
not
your
have some
favorite toy,
work
okay?
stories, but
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
Thanks,
teacher.
chat, for coming by. We're rating Shiraga. Okay,
Okay,
let's go rate.
Cher. I will not bring Bakwa to Tekong, Cher.
watch out for the girl on the climbing logs.
And remember to watch where you walk. Don't step on any talismans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Learning a lot
like
of
a
new
few
things.
shrines here and there.
We're like
Oh,
learning a lot of new things, I guess.
Tekong Highway.
I'm learning so many things that you have to knock 3 times. Is it 3 times on a hotel door?
3 times and just say
yeah.
like
the-
excuse me or something. Like just
Okay, okay. I do that for doctors.
I don't know about the number of times, but for me, it's just knock.
No, I
Just
think
knock-
yeah, just not.
Just announce your
Knocking is
presence,
just
you know.
for
When in town, just knock many times.
I don't know. Maybe we think that they never hear the first knock, just knock a few more times. For me, I just thought then like, sorry, just here for a few days. I just go into my hotel.
Excuse me, borrow this room.
Like,
Okay.
I'm surprised you guys haven't heard about the salt one though.
Salt?
That one is
Oh,
for
yeah.
house, right? New house.
Yeah, new house, renting house.
Not
you
really
use
in
salt.
Singapore, really. Not we don't really use salt because we use it like I mean we only have MSG, I think.
We use pineapple.
Pineapple.
Oh my god, I should.
Wait, you can salt the
Uh,
pineapple, and then
speaking
I
of-
guess it's killing two birds with one stone, right?
why someone
Speaking of
gave you
pineapple,
sugar
right?
instead.
I don't know if this is considered horror-ish or not, but apparently
Kita.
the abyss in Tengah has a superstition about pineapples
Why?
What is a superstition?
because every time, right, someone brings in pineapple to eat, or like for they roll the pineapple or whatever that thing, something always
okay.
happens.
Like what?
Either
Good things or bad things?
bad things,
Okay.
which is ironic because the pineapple is supposed to bring good luck.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, I've heard of. I think my friend told me about that.
Yeah, so apparently I have a friend who's from there. He said that every time someone brought in pineapple, right, like either jet goes out of service or heli comes up with some problems or some shit, and everyone has to stay back for the entire rest of the night.
It's time to
Oof.
find another fruit.
They say
Yeah.
he always buys the duck, he
I
always
choose
asks for no
watermelon.
here's my question though: is what if it's pineapples on pizzas?
I think that was
Yeah, you're
fine.
ordering
Still
Hawaiian
counts.
Oh, it
pizza.
still
Yeah,
counts.
someone
still
someone brought in the
counts?
Hawaiian, and one of the jets, I think, had a bird fly into the engine.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
that's
that's like
actually
right.
very
Yeah, I
China.
guess you
good.
really can't
Yeah.
eat pineapples in that area.
Yeah, so even the
One-
chief of the base, right, is superstitious about it. He's like, no pineapples on base.
That bird must have a roll of a good time.
Oh, you have no idea.
People who
One
are
more
like
reason to hate Hawaiian.
The ghosts are Italian. They just
Must have
anything
been
that goes
instigate
against it.
into a Hawaiian base for some reason.
Oh,
Italian ghost, bro.
what the fuck?
Mamma mia, it's sacrilegious.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, bye bye,
Also, guys,
guys.
remember, do not faint in the funeral.
Of course.
Huh?
I shouldn't even faint anywhere. Come on. Like, it's so
Yeah,
dangerous
you
to faint anywhere.
shouldn't faint in general.
I have faint so many times. It's like, it's normal.
I have fainted on the couch.
Okay,
I
fair
don't know
enough.
whether that's funny, but
Yeah,
Fair enough.
just take care, guys. I'm
But-
ready, Shiraga now. Bye bye.
Let's go.
all right.
Bye.
Bye. I'm surprised he's not playing mahjong.
Oh.
Karaoke.
Karaoke.
Oh, next time when we do this kind of chatty shoot, maybe we can play mahjong while doing it.